Hey, this is Sarah from the Glassbox Tropical Fish, and today I'm going to be cleaning our Betta tanks. So before I get started, I have to kind of gather my supplies and look at my list at what I'm going to be doing for this week and the tanks. So I actually have this really cool, I'm very much a detail person, and I need to check mark off what I need to do. So Killian actually helped me. He's very in his mind. He organizes stuff, so I need something to check mark. So I said, please write down what you want me to do with the tanks every week. And so he did, and I laminated it, and then I used Sharpie just to say, yep, I did that for the week. So that is really nice. That's really nice of you for me. All right, now I'm also going to show you basically what products we use first while cleaning, and then I'll just say it as I'm going, as I'm adding it, what product it is, but I'll show you the products first. So the first thing we will be using for the tanks is Seachem Prime. We put it in the spray bottles here at the shop because it's super convenient to have stuff in spray bottles ready to go instead of having to fidget with the caps and everything and dosing. So it's 8 squirts of Prime per 30-gallon tank. So that makes it easy for us. You can figure out the number of squirts per your tank size, but it just makes it really convenient, less messy, just in a bottle. Really super convenient. Okay, so Prime. Our second, see, I'm not lying about the spray bottle, so next one is Pristine. So Pristine is another Seachem product that actually is a specially made bacteria that will break down biologic waste into smaller particles, allowing for the filter, whatever filter you have, sponge filter, hang-on back filter, canister filter, whatever you have, to break it down into smaller particles so that the filter actually works better to remove those particles. If they're smaller, it allows it to be sucked up a lot better. So Pristine. Okay, third product we use, since the Betta tanks are the only tanks in the shop, well, not the only tanks, I do have the discus tank now with live plants, but for the live plants in the tanks, we use the Seachem, again, not sponsored, I promise, but anyway, love Seachem. Okay, so Seachem is the Flourish Advance, and again, spray bottle, can't say enough about those, so spray bottle, so Seachem, Flourish Advance. And the last chemical additive that we use is the Seachem Flourish Excel. So we use all of those products in all the tanks basically, except for the Flourish and the Excel in the regular tanks that don't have plants. You don't need to add those. But for the Betta tanks, they all have live plants. And for our discus tank, they have live plants. So we use the Flourish Excel and the Flourish Advance. All right, so that's all the chemicals. Okay, so the next thing we'll talk about is, okay, what do I gather to start working on the Betta tanks? Because they're smaller tanks. You know, I've got 5 gallons for the females, and I've got the 2.5 gallons for each individual male. Female Bettas can live together, thankfully, if they're all, you know, they can cohabitate together if they play nice. But the male Bettas do need to be separated from each other so they don't fight. So the items that I need to gather basically would be, so buckets, obviously, to put any filter media in there that we need to get rid of, and then water waste and things like that. Okay, second thing we will need is we will need some sort of gravity type vacuum. If you have a smaller electric vacuum, then tell me where you got it, because we have a big one and it won't work in the smaller tanks. But we actually got this for free out of, somebody just dropped off a bunch of random stuff one day, and I just cleaned it up really well and kind of cut down the tubing to what I needed. And I know it's all blue, the tubing, but we soak everything in ICX, the Canaplex, and the Metro Plus. So all of our equipment goes in that each time we use it. So that's why it's blue. So yeah, so your siphon vacuum, and then the last thing that you will need is something to scrub down the tanks. So this in particular, I know it's blue again from the ICX. This in particular is from the Tidal series. I swear it's not sponsored by Seachem. I swear. So we have Tidal filters at home and here at the shop. So I use the Tidal coarse, or actually it's the polishing pad. It's super, super durable. This will last you a long, long, long time. So when you're done with it, when you're done using it, or you have an extra one, or you just want to use these because they are super durable, grab your polishing pad, and it's the Title polishing pad. They just last really well. So you'll need something to scrub your tanks down with, obviously. So scrub your tanks with this, or whatever you have. That's it. Okay, so now on to the cleaning. So the first thing I do, if you notice, I have bamboo in the tanks. Each of the Betta tanks has like a lucky bamboo or curly bamboo, so I remove that out of the tank because I actually remove everything out of the tank except for the rocks at the bottom to start cleaning. Okay, so on my list today, it says I'm going to be gravel vacuuming the tanks and doing the sponges in the tank. So each individual male tank has a 10-gallon back to surge sponge, which is by Hikari brand. So we take those out, and then in the 5 gallons, I have the 10-gallon back to surge sponge, and I do also have a 10-gallon hang on back filter. So we're going to take all the media out of the tanks, all the sponges out of the tanks, and we'll clean those out. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to take the sponges out, because I'm doing the sponge cleaning today, and putting them into my bucket. And then I also take everything out of the tank, and I actually put it on top of the lid, and I kind of set it down underneath. Okay, so now that I have all the sponges out in 2 different buckets, one for each level, I'm going to start and scrub them down, scrub the tanks down. All right, so now the next part is basically we're going to be gravel vacuuming each tank, and that's why you need the bucket. So now we start to gravel vac. Now we just repeat with the second row. Okay, so next step is wringing out the sponges. Now we're going to be putting the sponges back on their little things and hooking them up and putting the decor back in. It's really simple. You just put the sponge back on the sponge filter base, and we hook it back in, and we're ready to put the rest of the decor in. And then the last thing we're going to do before we put the water in, we're going to scrub down the lid of the tanks. Okay, so now before we fill with water, we're going to put our Prime, Pristine, and our Excel and the Flirt Advance. Now we just need to fill the tanks with water. Okay, we're done cleaning the tanks. We have all the decor back in. We have it filled up with water. So now we're going to just wipe off each of the tanks, make sure their lids are secure, and put the bamboo back in, and we are done. Okay, so here are the clean Betta tanks. Everybody's all happy, swimming around, if they're in the tank. Happy, clean tanks. Everybody's excited to be done with it. All right, well that wraps up cleaning the Betta tanks here at the shop. And if you have any questions or comments, just comment, and I will definitely reply to your comments. If you have any questions on how to take care of Bettas or need us to check your water, you want to look at Bettas, have any questions, please come in and talk to us, or just message me if you're not here in the state of Washington. We'd be happy to help you. All right, have a good day. Out.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know I'm doing it really, really well.